Do you feel like you need more than 24 hours because you're drowning in a sea of tasks? I've been there myself, and it's frustrating, I know. Especially if you have more than one job, you have to balance your work and personal life, which is overwhelming at times. In my case, I have 2 jobs and an active lifestyle, but I was able to maintain a work-life balance using various effective time management strategies. In this video, I'll share how I manage my time effectively, leaving a poor time management practice. And you can do that too. With the right and effective time management strategies, you can earn and live a life without burning yourself out. When you're not getting enough shut-eye, it may mean one thing. You're not managing your time effectively. That's real talk because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. But why do some people have time to enjoy life while you can't? Knowing where you're headed is the key to maximizing your time. This is true not just in effective time management strategies, but also in different aspects of life. Do you know what you want to achieve? If yes, then you know what tasks are more important than the others. You can also delete those activities that are bogging you down or distracting you from achieving your goals. Once you set clear goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps, having more manageable time. What do you need to do today, this week, and this month to make progress? Assign deadlines to each milestone and hold yourself accountable. With this technique, you can categorize your tasks based on urgency and importance. Doing so lets you quickly identify the tasks that can wait and the ones requiring immediate action. First, create 4 quadrants. They'll serve as prioritization boxes. In the first quadrant, label it with do, where you'll list down the tasks that you have to tackle ASAP. So when you look at this quadrant, you know that the tasks therein are urgent and essential. Next, label a quadrant with decide. Here you can list all the essential but not urgent tasks, reminding you to know what things to schedule for a later date. Label the third quadrant delegate. This is where you'll put tasks that others can do. Lastly, label the fourth quadrant as delete. And of course, these are tasks that are not necessary, not urgent, tasks that may only waste your time. By using the Eisenhower matrix, you can schedule appropriately, especially since you can zero in on the tasks that make the biggest impact while learning to delegate or eliminate the ones that don't. Have big tasks? When you're faced with a giant project, it can be overwhelming to even know where to start. I break down large, challenging tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks, which I consider one of the most common and effective time management strategies. It's like eating your favorite steak. You can't swallow it all at once, but you need to do it one bite at a time. Breaking it down into smaller steps makes it seem much more doable. Plus, you get the satisfaction of crossing things off your list as you go. When you manage time like a pro, you'll feel more fulfilled at work and less overwhelmed by life. Talk about a win-win situation. We've all been there, juggling emails, phone calls, and projects all at once, feeling like productivity superheroes. But here's the thing, multitasking is a trap. In fact, multitasking is a productivity killer. Research shows that trying to tackle too many things simultaneously can reduce efficiency. When multitasking, you're not giving any one particular task 100% of your effort. Instead, your focus is divided by how many tasks you're doing. I learned that the hard way. I thought that doing everything at once would make me productive. Later, I learned that the more I juggle things, the less I can finish them. And when I finish 1 or 2, they're not the quality I wanted. So what did I do? Focus on one task at a time, which is one of the best ways to improve your time management skills. I give each task my full attention and resist the urge to switch back from one task to another. It might feel counterintuitive at first, but trust me, your productivity will thank you. Are you like me, who becomes distracted by a simple phone buzz indicating a notification? That's a momentum killer. Before I knew it, I'd fallen down the rabbit hole of checking emails, texts, and social media updates. But that's a long-gone story. It takes an average of more than 23 minutes to regain focus after being interrupted, and the average office worker is interrupted every 11 minutes. That's a lot of lost time and mental energy. Worse, 4 hours or more have passed, and you've finished nothing yet. I blocked off times to minimize distractions and stay focused. Doing so gives me a set schedule for focused work, and it's vital to set boundaries for people since you're letting them know that you're unavailable during those times. I dedicated those times to big tasks too. That way, I can ensure that nothing can interrupt my focus. You'll know when you need a break if you're already feeling drained doing what you're doing. A quick break that involves a brief stroll, deep breaths, or stretches that renew energy. It can awaken, recharge, or give you clarity that may improve the quality of your work. So stepping away from your desk and taking a breather is one effective time management strategy. Why? When you have the right energy to do things, you won't have to redo your tasks. Unlike when you try to work 8 hours without a break because you think that's productive, you're only increasing your chances of committing mistakes. Managing time is crucial, especially when working while studying. Using time trackers helped me track how much time I spent on different tasks. If you want, you can try Toggle or Rescue Time. They're simple tools that can give you a detailed breakdown of how you're spending your time, minute by minute. You'll be able to see exactly how much time you're devoting to different tasks, projects, and distractions throughout the day. And let me tell you, the results can be eye-opening. You might discover that you're spending way more time on email than you realized, or that those quick social media breaks are actually adding up to hours each week. It's like budgeting. You have to list your expenses to track where your money is going. Time trackers are similar. They allow you to gain insights and regain control of your time. Since you'll know where your time is spent, you can take preventive measures to avoid wasting your time. Try batching your email responses to a few set times each day. And when it comes to social media, give yourself a strict time limit and stick to it. Sometimes you may even end up stressed out and stretched thin, especially if you're juggling all the tasks and responsibilities. The solution is to delegate. It's simple. When you assign tasks to others, you can have more free time to do more important ones. High-level strategizing, creative problem-solving, and big-picture thinking. So the key here is to delegate tasks wisely, which is one of the most effective time management strategies. That means choosing the right tasks to hand off and the right people to do them. Don't worry, there are people around you who can do these, and you just have to look. Start by identifying time-consuming tasks, especially the ones that make you nuts but relatively low skill or low impact. These might include data entry, basic research, or administrative tasks that don't require your specific expertise. Then look for team members or colleagues who have the skills and capacity to take on those tasks. To ensure they'll do it right, give clear instructions on what you expect from their outputs. Relinquishing control can be challenging, especially if you're accustomed to handling everything independently. Nevertheless, reasonable delegation can augment your productivity and effectiveness. I have learned that one of the most effective time management strategies is to set time limits when making decisions. Why? I consider time to be the most valuable asset. Once it passes, we can no longer take it back. And that's what happens when we waste time overthinking and come up with no clear choice, just wasted time. But when I started giving myself a deadline, I realized that I could force myself to decide promptly. The best? They're good decisions, although I made them quickly. You may want to consider these practical steps if you want to save time from overanalyzing things. List down the decisions needed as well as their key factors. Identify whether these decisions are minor or complex. Then, set a time for each. 30 minutes for complex and 15 minutes for minor. Within the time limit, weigh the options and come up with a conclusion. Now, once you hear the sound of the timer going off, make a final decision and move on. Sometimes we tend to set aside tricky tasks. However, studies show that completing the challenging task first can help boost productivity, making it one of the most effective time management strategies. This method, often referred to as eating that frog, is based on Brian Tracy's book of the same name. And what's it all about? When we do the most crucial task at the start of our day, it makes everything else seem easier by comparison. Techniques such as Pomodoro can help maintain focus during these periods, and especially if you're easily distracted. Effective time management strategies boost productivity and reduce stress. By prioritizing tasks, breaking them down, and minimizing distractions, you'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish in a day since you now have a manageable time. Which time management tips are you eager to try? If you've already tested any techniques, which one worked best for you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Want to boost your productivity or explore more time management tips? Check out the next video. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. For more financial tips and advice, visit timeformoremetime.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.